you came to clean up this city, didn't you? It'd be easier to burn it up.
Welcome everyone to another Sergeant Sentinel Gaming live stream. I'm SSG, aka Sergeant Sentinel, and thank you so much for joining me for today's live stream. I do greatly appreciate it. Now obviously if you're new to the channel, if you haven't checked out any of my podcasts, live streams, or game review videos before, definitely check those out. Obviously subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit the like button if you are enjoying this live stream. If you leave something to, if you have something to say, definitely leave it in the in the chat section, because I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts on this game or just on gaming in general. And also share this on social media so that other people can be aware of the live stream going on. I do greatly appreciate it.
All to the ground. Believe me, just burn it all.
Now, Robocop Rogue City is not a game that everybody has picked up. There are some people that are still kind of on the fence about it. Some people might be aware that the game that came before this essentially was Terminator Resistance, and yes, the lip syncing on Terminator Resistance is actually pretty damn bad. But to be honest, the lip syncing on this is pretty good, especially considering this is not a AAA game. This is what you call a AA game, but from what I remember, it was actually made in Unreal Engine 5. It does look phenomenal, and something that really endears you to this game is the fact that the developers actually like the older Robocop movies. That's a big issue, because a lot of times you'll have people in modern gaming take a property from in the past and they'll say, you know what, let's adapt it to modern audiences. Well, the developers didn't do that for Robocop Rogue City, and that's why a lot of people like it. Now, obviously, the gaming journalists were pissed. You know, they got their panties in a twist and they were fucking pissed about it, because Robocop Rogue City doesn't do anything for modern audiences. It stays true to the feel of the original first two Robocop movies, and I think that's what endears a lot of people to it. It's like, don't take something that was made famous because of how it was in the 80s or 90s and change it so that it fits into certain criteria for modern gaming. It's like, don't do that. Keep the original feel and spirit, and that's what the developers have done. And of course, that's why a lot of people really liked Robocop Rogue City, and a lot of people said they were surprised by this game just because of how much it really captures the feel of the world established in the first two Robocop movies. And that's the key. The first two Robocop movies, it kind of doesn't pay attention to Robocop 3 or the reboot, I guess, of the series that came years later that wasn't as well received. So if you're a fan of the first two Robocop movies, this game is definitely something that you're going to enjoy. Now, as you can see on the screen right now, it talks about issuing tickets, and some people might be like, well, Robocop never issued tickets. It was all action. And you have to understand, with a game like this, you can't have it be all action all the time, because Robocop is, of course, a police officer, and it's not as tedious as you think. You know,
one parking ticket is all it takes to improve mindfulness.
Having to give speeding tickets or parking tickets or whatever it is. You know, it actually plays into the overall theme that he's trying to make Detroit a better place, and it actually helps to provide a nice balance between action and crafting the world that he exists in as a peace officer.
Could you please keep the noise down? You're scaring off my customers.
Can't hear you. Music's too loud.
Good evening. Are those two men bothering you?
First, they harass my customers. Then they threaten to burn down my shop. You need to do something about it, officer.
What do you want, cop? Can't we have a little bit of fun? We did nothing wrong.
Your volume control seems to be broken.
Leave it! That's brand new! I've only stole...
Thanks, officer.
something interesting about this is that it gives you different options about how you want to deal with certain problems you'll encounter throughout your playthrough. And sometimes you can be more calm and patient. Other times you have to bring down that iron fist, which of course I just did with these street punks. And like I said, it kind of changes how the public perceives Robocop, which is nice that they give you that option. Also, there's two different ways you can look at the world. One is regular vision, like I'm using right now where I'm not touching any of the keys. The other one is if I hold down the L2 button, it's Robocop's analyzing vision. Now, when you're in a gunfight, obviously holding down L2 helps you to aim, but when you're not in a gunfight, it's basically what Robocop uses to analyze details from a crime scene or things of that nature. It also helps you find, like if there's a crime, like someone parking on the curb or something like that, it'll help you to figure that sort of stuff out. Now over here, where I'm walking right now, it's actually part of a side mission that I'm going to open up here in a second.
Hey, this area is off limits.
But because I haven't gone to the initial crime scene, they're not letting me through yet. So I'm going to go to a crime scene and talk with the cops there. And due to my investigations, it's going to help me discover that I need to go back where I just was and talk to a couple of different people about a crime that happened. But like I said, it's these side quests that actually helps to flesh out the game a little more. And for those people that are like, oh, I just want all action, Robocop killing and shooting and all this shit all the time, it's like you couldn't have a game entirely like that because there's no time to really build the story. There's no time to flesh out the world. There's no time for Robocop to really build relationships in this game with other characters that you interact with. And as you see throughout Robocop Rogue City, it's not just that he's an unstoppable cyborg. It's that he's a police officer and that he is very much a part of the community of fellow police officers. They're his brothers and sisters in arms. And he wants to contribute not only to fighting crime, but just to helping them out with everyday stuff they encounter in their lives, whether it's stress or whether it's helping them to do their jobs better, which again is such a nice touch to see that in this game. And while not everyone's going to be a fan of that, and I say everyone, maybe 10%, a lot of people are going to understand that it's a great way to add more depth, and it basically helps with the world building is what it does. So I believe there are 6 different crimes, like petty crimes, that you have to write tickets for, or you choose not to. And on this map, and they're like a secondary objective. If you complete them, you obviously get XP, and you use XP, and I'm going to show you here right now. You use XP to unlock skills. Now, the Auto 9, you can actually upgrade this, but you have to do this by, like, defeating Ed 209s and stuff like that. As far as the skills go, you can see here, you kind of pick what different skills you want to unlock. And I chose deduction initially. I just completed the first mission before this live stream. I actually did it last night. This is the second mission set, I guess. But I did deduction because what this basically means is that with a certain level of deduction, Robocop can see like hidden doorways, or he can see a safe and figure out the combination without having to have the combination in front of him. And deduction helps you gain access to certain resources and certain areas of the map where there's stuff you're going to want or need, like the little green cylinder that basically replenishes his health, or different types of weapons or stuff like that, or crime evidence. Crime evidence is a big one too, because I'll show you objectives. Yep, I want to save skills. Right here, you can see my primary objective is to search for Soot. Now, Soot, however you want to say his name, he's the head of the gang that is trying to basically earn money, or they're trying to basically get hired by this new guy in Detroit, this super criminal. And so you're looking for him, you're trying to find out what the hell is going on. Obviously, secondary objectives, serve and protect. You detect violations, like I gave the parking ticket, that's one of them, there's 5 more. And police work, crime evidence. You have to find so much crime evidence to accomplish the secondary objective. In the first mission, I actually missed this by, I believe, 50, which sucks because I didn't get credit for it. It shows it as failed, like right here. Police work. Yeah, there you go. So from the first mission, I failed it. But again, there were tons of guys, and I was, spraying them with automatic gunfire and throwing them out windows and shit. So that's kind of why I missed it. But I'm going to try this time to, of course, find this crime evidence. And the place I'm going to go where you're looking for Soot. It's an arcade, and basically they're selling drugs to minors and shit. So there will be evidence all over the place, but with that being said, I'm still going to look around the general map for this level to get all the crime evidence I can before I go into this location, just because I don't want to say, hey, I'm going to be good, and then I miss it by 50 or 100 again. Because, again, if I accomplish this, it's XP, and it helps me to level up faster and get those skill points faster. And, of course, like I said previously, the skill points, combat, armor, vitality, engineering, they all have a purpose in this game. And so you want to upgrade Robocop as fast as possible, which means you want to accomplish, obviously, the primary objectives, but the secondary objectives as well.
Help! Help! This rascal was trying to steal my cart. Look what he's done!
Have I just wrecked your life savings? Tough shit, stinker.
Antisocial behavior towards a fellow citizen can be classified as a crime. Lesson for the future: to save yourself the trouble. Clean up on the double.
You can't do it. I was only messing. I could have just picked it all up.
Hey, you tell him, Robot Man!
What a fucking joke!
Now, obviously, I could have given that guy a warning, but he was an asshole. So I figured it made a lot more sense to give him a ticket to teach him a lesson, because if he would have said, hey, I accidentally knocked this guy's cart over, it was an accident, I apologize, I would have given him a warning. But he was being an asshole and being antagonistic, so sometimes you got to teach these punks a lesson. I also forgot, if areas are too dark, you have basically night vision, obviously, because he's a cyborg. But I had to figure out how I could turn it on, because I didn't remember off the top of my head. To make it easier, whenever you're looking for people doing crimes, or like the car parked by the fire hydrant, you hold down L2, which is basically Robocop's analyzing vision, and it will highlight where a crime is happening, basically, so that you're able to find it, which is pretty cool.
Littering is prohibited.
What was I supposed to do? I've missed the garbage collection and we had fish on Friday. You have no idea how much it reeks.
I will not issue a ticket on this occasion, but remember that littering is like dumping negative emotions on others. It spoils the relationship.
Still better than a spoiled fish.
With that guy, I decided not to give him a ticket just because I wouldn't want him to have to be sitting around with fucking rotten fish all weekend until next garbage day. That would suck so much.
haven't congratulated you yet. He's my favorite TV star.
Thanks to you, Kurt's finally had a reason to watch something other than the fast food channel.
I was merely doing my duty. That kind of hostile situation is not the only thing I can resolve. Can you tell me what happened here?
Nasty murder. The victim is a white female, mid-20s, identified as Casey Carmel. Had a history of petty crime and prostitution, but believe it or not, that's her real name.
Any leads?
The case is closed. OCP won't spend a single dime on the murder of a prostitute.
Cost optimization. Fancy name for we don't give a shit about poor people.
So if you were to look around the crime scene, you would potentially be exposing OCP to extra costs.
If you want to do that, be our guest.
Is that homeless man considered a suspect?
Nah, we know the guy. You can rule him out.
The guy's a loon, a mental patient. He thinks that aliens dumped the body here.
Talk to him if you want. Just prepare to hear a tall tale about green people.
Do you have any thoughts about that murder?
I'd bet the girl was killed somewhere else, and the body was only dumped here. And we got the tire tracks, drag marks. If we find a car that matches, we'll find our perp. Yeah, I guess the perp had his hands covered in some green-blue guacamole-ish goo, and the body's covered in it.
Why does it always come back to food with you? Anyway, we need to do a proper analysis.
The best way to cut the costs of policing is to cut the criminals down.
Tell me about it. I didn't join the force to pick up dead bodies off the street.
Yeah, but what can we do?
I will look around. We must bring the murderer to justice.
Somebody dumped her a few feet from here. The blood traces on the ground indicate she was dragged. Nasty wound. Looks like she was hit with a blunt object, possibly a hammer. That's this green-blue shit under her arm. No idea what it might be, but there is more of it around. Her heels had to touch the ground when the body was dragged.
Yeah, probably belonged to our victim. Let's try to find other clues.
Poor Casey.
Custom extended wheelbase. Have you seen a vehicle like this around?
Nah. But that narrows it down significantly. Good catch.
I can help you find the guy who dumped the body here. I saw him, but you must accept the truth.
Tell me what you know.
It's as simple as it gets. Aliens did it.
Aliens?
I've been investigating them for years. They send rats to spy on me. They don't want me to show you this list. It's a list of aliens living in Detroit. All 37,617 of them. The murderer included.
Most likely a van with a custom extended wheelbase. Does your list contain any information on such a vehicle?
Jackpot! I've got a guy with a van that matches your description. I don't know his ID, but I know where you can find him. A film set near the courthouse. They're shooting a TV commercial and it's run by aliens, so it all makes sense. Casey must have discovered something there, and they got her. That must have been what's happened.
Why do you think that aliens are involved?
I saw the guy who dumped the body here. I saw his skin. It was green and glowing like those toy dinosaurs that children play with, and years later develop serious diseases from.
Why do you think that aliens run the set?
Who do you think runs the advertising business? They're stuffing commercials with subliminal messages. They use additional film frames with commands to make us obey. Don't you know what happens to those who watch TV?
What is the purpose of your list?
It's my tool to spread the truth. I update it every month and add it to my newsletter. You should read it. It's free. You'll find out some stuff that you wouldn't see on TV.
Like what?
Take the moon landing, for example. Didn't happen. Why? Because the moon doesn't exist. First time hearing about it? That's why you need my newsletter.
I will verify your statement. Nevertheless, I recommend you consult a psychiatrist at the earliest possible time. Now, the set.
What's up, Maniac? How's it going? Thanks for dropping into the live stream. I greatly appreciate it.
Mike was driving and we heard what we thought was a blown tire, but it was just a gunshot. At least it ain't raining. See that guy down there? He's an asshole.
I heard your daughter was promoted to executive, huh? Why not ask her for help?
I'd rather ask the devil. My daughter is cold and hot. Why do you think
Citizen, I'm ordering you to discontinue this deliberate act of vandalism.
Screw you, man!
Murphy, this is Reed. Mayor Kuzak just stormed into my office. Apparently, his niece's car has been stolen. Find it. This goes to the top of your priority list. You can start by asking about it at some of the local garages. For the record, it's a blue SUX 6000, registered to...
So, what you gonna do? You can't put me behind bars. I'm still a kid and only done it once. Just let me off with a warning, will ya?
I hereby assign you 40 hours of community service.
Doing what?
Painting over the illegal graphics.
You're telling me I'll get to cap over tags of those assholes from the hood with police watching my back? Sweet.
Dad, what is eviction?
Evening, officer.
And who's a debt collector? Why can't I open the door for him? Dad, tell me the truth. Are we poor? Dad? Dad!
Tired of your kids asking annoying questions?
No short-term investments. Not in this market. We're looking at an annual return of 9.2% if you diversify your portfolio based on the volatility. Preferred product shares are where it's
Public drinking is against the law.
Public? Well, this is my private sofa. I've dragged it all the way from the junkyard.
You need to obey the law.
Like it's for you to decide. My place, my law.
Sense of entitlement has a negative impact on the ones around you.
I think I can live with that.
Hey, I might be a little late filing my tax return, but sending a one-man army seems like an overreaction.
I am here to investigate the theft of a blue SUX 6000 that belongs to Melissa Kuzak.
Fancy car and fancy name. But I hardly ever get the pleasure of dealing with either.
Do you have any information about the whereabouts of this vehicle?
To be honest, I did some work on one of those cars recently. But I can assure you that it was not the one you're looking for.
Do I have your permission to search the shop?
I know what the world's like, but can a man go about his business without being harassed all the damn time?
I can come back with a warrant, but then I will not be knocking.
You think that's going to scare me? This is Detroit, for God's sake. People try to threaten me nearly every day.
I do not try.
You know what? If you really think you'll find evidence of that SUX ever being here, then be my guest. See, I told you, you'll find Jack all, because there ain't nothing to be found. This place is legit.
63% of your repair invoices have not been accounted for.
You've gone over my books? I thought you came here looking for the car thief.
Looks like there is more than just one thief to be caught.
Oh, come on. This is how everyone operates in this godforsaken city. Cut me some slack, will you? Okay, you win. So there's this boy, Scott. He works for me on and off. He might have something to do with the missing car. Let me open his locker for you. That's his locker. Go on, have a look. And what do you reckon? Is he your man?
For the time being. Where is the suspect?
You see, he hasn't turned up for work for some time. This morning, when two thugs swang by looking for him, I knew he must be in trouble. I've overheard him many times talking about a place where he does car jobs on the side.
Give me the precise location.
I can't tell you exactly where it is. All I know is that it's one of the garages near the local storage compartments.
Tell me why you think he is responsible.
He's young, bright, and would like to rule the world. I get it. But nearly every month, he gets himself in trouble.
It is not enough to make assumptions.
I'm not a cop, but I've seen many things in my life. And where there's smoke, there's usually fire.
Is he a temporary worker?
You could say that. We fall out a lot because he brings a lot of hot stuff to the shop, and I'm not okay with it.
And you let him come back?
It's hard to make an honest living these days. That's why I understand his struggle, and I let him come back. Working here keeps him out of trouble. And to be frank, it's not easy to find such a good mechanic either.
Why did you cover for him?
I can't watch a decent kid like him get swallowed by this city. Don't look at me like that. Instead of giving him up, I was encouraging him to come clean. But a man can only try.
That is all for now.
Hey! Make sure no harm comes his way. He might have done some foolish things in the past, but he's a good kid, and he deserves another chance.
A court of law will be the judge of that.
Stop shaking in your boots. Look, Robocop is here. We're safe.
Oh God, I messed up good.
You must be Scott. What did you do with the blue SUX 6000 that you stole?
Hey, well, why would I have anything to do with that?
I have found evidence in Ben's shop.
You can't possibly help me. I don't want to cause any more trouble, especially for Ben.
Admitting to a crime is the best course of action for any young offender.
I can't go to juvie. Who's gonna fix this mess?
My duty is to serve the public trust.
Okay. I admit. It was me who jacked the SUX. But he didn't leave me any choice.
Who is he?
I can't tell you. If he knew I gave him away, he'd take revenge on Ben. Oh God! It must be those thugs! We're dead! No one is gonna save us.
If they are criminals, then they are the ones who need saving.
Hello? Anybody home? Where are you, Scotty boy? You gonna... Oh, shit! It's the metal pig!
got the freaking leg!
You did it! They didn't think that through. Maybe you can put an end to this after all.
I am missing vital information in order to resolve this case.
I'll tell you what you want. Just please, help me fix this screw-up.
Where is the car now?
Oh man, I'm sure it's still in their chop shop. It's a warehouse on the northeast side. The entrance is concealed, but I'm sure you'll find it. I'm no fighter, but if there is any other way, I would like to help. Maybe you need some more intel.
Who did you mean by him?
It's Rex, from the local gang. I only did petty jobs for him mostly, but this time he made me steal that car. He said he wanted the SUX 6000 we were repairing at Ben's. When I said it was too hot, he slashed me with his knife.
Why were you hiding?
You saw those thugs. They were looking for me. They realized I tricked them. They wanted the SUX 6000 from Ben's shop, but I didn't want to get him into trouble, so I stole a different one. I doubt anyone would have given a shit, but word on the street is that it belongs to the mayor's niece.
Any criminal matters should be reported to the police.
I know. I just thought I could figure this out by myself. Ben was right from the start. I shouldn't have gone down this road.
That is all for now. Proceeding to the vehicle's estimated location.
You are calling for backup, aren't you?
Negative. Threat calculation minimal.
Hey, welcome to anyone who is checking out this live stream. I do greatly appreciate it. Thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, definitely do so. It's not just live streams that I have on my channel. I obviously have game reviews from time to time, sometimes gaming news, and I have episodes of my podcast up. Unfortunately, because of real-world complications, I had to shelve my podcast temporarily, but I do plan on coming back to it hopefully sooner rather than later. So if you do enjoy gaming podcasts, definitely check it out.
I can't believe you've actually done it! Do you think I could take that car back to the owner and say I'm sorry? Maybe she won't press charges.
This car is now in police custody.
Oh, please, I could really use a helping hand right now. Otherwise, I'm back in juvie.
Proceeding to secure the perimeter. Keys are in the ignition.
Thank you so much! I promise I won't mess this up.
What is happening here?
They're shooting a TV commercial for Sunblock 5000.
Night does not seem an appropriate time for such practice.
Yeah, they ran into some problems, and it's running later than expected.
I swear, we're staying here until we finish, or you're doing it without me.
Jerry, don't you think you're being unreasonable?
You better find us another understudy so we can get this over with.
Let him in. We don't want to hinder the work of law enforcement.
I have reason to believe that someone from your crew is involved in a crime. We found a green-blue substance like your sunblock at the crime scene. The suspect was driving a van with a custom extended wheelbase.
We use a lot of different vans, but I wouldn't know if they're the type you're looking for.
In that case, I would like to look around.
Actually, you could be of some use to me, too. I have a problem here, and its name is Jerry. Jerry Jenkins. I need a reason to cancel his contract, and I think you could find one for me.
That does not sound like a task of a police officer.
But it could be, though. I'm sure he's guilty of something. You just have to find out what it is. I can give you access to anything without a warrant.
I only carry out the request of justice.
I believe that. Dig deep. I bet Mr. Big Shot doesn't have a clear conscience. Start with the computer. There's a list of vehicles allowed to park on set there, but look for something on Jenkins, too.
The evidence I have gathered shows that you are connected to the investigation that I am conducting.
So what?
To connect you with the case.
How did you get access to them? That bitch sent you after me, didn't she? She's looking for a way to screw me over and hide her incompetence. You want to investigate something, then ask her about the guy she hired as the understudy. His face looks like a walking mugshot. On top of that, I bet he's the one who stole my ring. See what she has to say about him, pal.
I spoke with Jenkins. He mentioned that you hired a criminal. This individual may be the perpetrator I am looking for.
You mean the understudy? Did Jenkins tell you that I hired him? He was the one who recommended him for the job. Don't believe me? Check the camera footage to see what good friends they are.
Why did you hire the understudy?
Jenkins' contract says he will not use sunblock, and none of the professional understudies wanted to do it either. They all say it's toxic. So I had no choice. Jenkins brought a guy and said he could do the job.
Where is the understudy now?
I have no idea. And that's the whole point. We can't keep shooting because he's disappeared. I hope the guy's in the hospital or worse, because if he's not, I'll kill him myself. It's a joke, of course. You understand jokes, don't you?
Show me the footage.
Check the camera footage.
Who are you, pal?
Your agent sent me. Special services. Pussies, man. I've got a place.
Of course, Mr. Jenkins, I'll take
it and get lost. The smell of hard-boiled eggs mixing with this green shit makes me want to puke. Looking at your face doesn't help either. You mentioned something about special services.
Only the best in Detroit.
I find that hard to believe.
I've got just the girl for you. Her name's Casey. She's...
No names.
Your understudy offered you the services of a prostitute. She was likely the prostitute who was killed.
People offer me things all the time, but that doesn't mean I accept every one of them.
Withholding information about illegal activity is also a crime.
Ha! If that's the case, I wouldn't be the only criminal in this goddamn business. You know what? Now that I think about it, why shouldn't I help the law enforcement of this here beautiful city?
Where can I find the understudy?
He works at a gas station nearby. But I don't think that's his main source of income.
I am not done with you yet. Do not leave the city.
Who's there? You have to help me, man. This shit is burning my skin.
Sunblock is the least of your worries.
Look, I know why you're here, but I'm innocent. I swear.
You are being detained in connection with the murder of Casey Carmel. If you require medical attention, it will be given to you.
I didn't do it. Jenkins killed her. Jerry Jenkins, the guy from TV. You have to believe me.
You will make your statement at the station.
And you'll let Jenkins walk free. He's the one who killed Casey. They met here yesterday.
Casey's body was covered in sunblock. The evidence points to you.
I arranged the meeting, I admit, but I was gone when this happened. When I came back, she was already dead, and I decided to get rid of the body. Jenkins is the only one who could have done it.
Why would Jenkins be meeting a prostitute here when there is a motel across the street?
His agent got a hold of me and told me that the guy values his privacy. The money was good, and I was able to provide him with a discreet option.
And Jenkins was happy with the arrangement.
He was bitching at first, but when he saw Casey, he stopped being so picky.
Why would Jenkins kill that woman?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Are you stalling?
She may have mentioned something about wanting to blackmail Jenkins, but I knocked the idea out of her head. At least I think I did.
Why did you not go to the police?
What would I say? That a famous celebrity killed a street prostitute in the back of my gas station? That's a bit much even for this city.
Dumping that woman's body in a dumpster seemed like a better idea to you?
It's not my fault that people would rather believe a guy from TV over me.
I will verify your version of events, but you will still suffer the consequences of the actions you have taken.
Hurry up, please! It burns! So, did you find anything?
According to the evidence, Jenkins is guilty of the murder of Casey Carmel.
I told you!
However, you are guilty of concealing a crime and desecration of a corpse. I will call medical assistance. You will be taken in when your condition permits.
Thank you to everyone who is watching this live stream. I do greatly appreciate it. Obviously, hit the like button if you're enjoying this live stream. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please take this opportunity to do so. I am going to have to pause this live stream for a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. I do have something that I do have to address, so just hang tight. I will be right back, and like I said, 5 to 10 minutes.
help me out here?
It's getting colder. Now we don't have anything for the fire.
How was I supposed to know someone would steal old tires?
How can I assist you, officer?
I'm trying to catch this one shifty dealer. This guy steals nuke from other pushers to sell it at half price. This dopehead buys from him but won't tell me his whereabouts.
I don't know any dealer.
You were carrying for 3 different pushers, so you either like to walk for miles to buy nuke, or you appreciate a discount.
Don't take it out on me, because the guy broke your nose?
As you can see, he doesn't want to cooperate.
Do not worry. According to my directives, there are several ways to convince him to cooperate.
I ain't gonna let it reprogram my brain. We can talk, but don't let it drill into my head, okay? The guy's name's Maurice, but I don't know where to find him. I always arrange a place over a payphone. I'll give you the number.
Let's hope it works. The dealer knows where the others hide their stash. We could collect nuke from the whole neighborhood if we get to him.
I will take care of it.
But you need to find a payphone first. Try near the supermarket. I think at least one of them hasn't been smashed by vandals yet.
I can't let you in, Robo. They're in the middle of a shot.
This cannot wait.
They say that 20 seconds in the California sunshine is too much these days. Ever since we lost the ozone layer.
I have a solution for you if you are looking for some protection against that California sunshine.
The hell?
A stay in Detroit prison. Jerry Jenkins, you are under arrest for the murder of Casey Carmel.
I seen you on TV. You're glitching again. Ah, it hurts. For fuck's sake, it hurts.
Hey, Maniac. Thanks, I appreciate that. I'm doing okay, I guess. Do have a number of issues I'm dealing with in real life that really fucking suck. But I'm staying positive and motivated and, you know, focused. Regardless of that, I'm not letting it get me down. And I'm doing everything I can to, you know, keep my head up. A lot of times in situations like this, that's what you gotta do. So, you know, that's what I'm doing. Not letting negative thoughts get to me, you know.
One that likes swimming in oil surely must be swimming in money.
Alright, let me check. I know that I have... give me just a second. Let me see. Objectives. Yep, damn it. I have one more that I have to find. Basically, in this small map area, you have to find 6 violations. So far, I found the one by the fire hydrant. I found the guy that was spray painting. I found the one with the oil spill. I found the guy public drinking, and I found another one. Off the top of my head, I don't remember which one it was. I gotta look around, though. Yeah, that's definitely true. I definitely have a lot of rough times I've been powering through, I think.
What?
Is this Maurice?
Listen, man, I'm really swamped with the laundry right now, so make it quick.
So you would not want to earn some money, would you?
I don't! I mean, I do. I do want to earn money. But wait. Your voice. You sound like...
A future happy customer.
fucking Robocop! You want to bust me? Why don't you do a better job of finding guys who vandalize phone booths? I'm losing customers because they can't find working payphone in this goddamn... What the fuck is it this time?
Anybody home? Don't hide, Maurice. It's just a friendly visit. You like to do laundry? You should try working at the laundromat instead of violating the basic rules.
Robocop, you have to help me! The back of the red building by the supermarket. Apartment 6. There's some guys here. I think they mean business. Hurry!
He's on the phone.
You know, Maurice wouldn't be in such damn trouble if he wasn't undercutting the drug dealers of the neighborhood. Robocop's pretty fun. It's a balance between gunfights and police work, which is cool. You know, you gotta find a balance, especially as it pertains to gaming. And the fact that they've done that, especially with this game, it feels very true to how Robocop 1 and 2, the feeling and the themes that they set. So it's definitely a great game, in my opinion.
What? Someone knocked out his teeth, including the gold.
For some to learn how
He's
not to
asking
lose
if
the track
anyone
of
found
time is to learn how not to lose their money.
Oh, I'm telling you, officer, dumpsters are like a bag of candies. You never know what you're gonna get.
I hear footsteps. If someone starts shooting again, make sure the kids hide under the bed.
Listen, guys. I'll never touch your stuff again. I swear.
That's not why we're here.
So what do you want? The money? I have your money.
You only have half of it, and that's the problem.
You're selling our product at half price. That makes my customers complain about my prices.
It ain't nice, Maurice.
Maybe you think that building a customer base by selling your product under its manufacturing costs is a good idea.
Under what?
But it's not. Such practices are spoiling the market.
It's been proven time and time again that such action leads to a reduction of future demand, yours included. Antitrust laws are there for a reason.
Shit, Maurice! All we want to say is that you violate the basic rules of the market.
Something interesting is how the reasonable dealer, he kind of glitches a little bit to the left and the right. That was not present at all on Xbox. So that's very strange.
Illegal. The fuck? You are under arrest. Come quietly, or this may be the last economics discussion you will ever have.
Get him!
Oh, shit, man. Why did you do that? What am I gonna sell now?
There are serious charges against you, Maurice. However, you can hope for a reduced sentence if you reveal where these 3 dealers keep their drugs.
Or I can jump into that pile of garbage below. A few bruises is better than jail.
Do you know what the likelihood is of surviving that?
I know the hood better than you do, cop. So try some different talk, or I'll jump.
Even if you escape Soot is out to get you, you will be safer in prison.
I missed our meeting. I was busy, but he doesn't get that. Doing laundry is important to me. It relaxes me.
If you cooperate, you can get a job at the prison laundry.
You mean I eat and live for free? And I do what I like to do anyway? I feel like I won the lottery, man! I'll tell you where these jerks kept the stuff, but I have to have our deal in writing.
Crap! Give me back my money, you piece of shit!
Don't you cops ever get bored with harassing successful entrepreneurs?
Hey! This shit is rigged!
That's a serious accusation, kiddo. Someone might think I would allow such illegal activity in my high-class business, which I do not. I get lost.
You work for Soot. Tell me where to find him.
You cops are giving me a stomach ulcer. Stop asking me about guys I don't know.
Withholding information can lead to bigger trouble than a stomach ulcer.
Look, I'm a busy man, so I'm going back to my office now. Why don't you join me there, and we'll talk. Oh, on second thought, you can't do that, 'cause you don't have a warrant, do ya?
What a douchebag.
Come back with a warrant, cop.
such amazing colors. And there's not one, but two of you?
Your body readings suggest substance misuse.
Oh man, a real like TJ Laser? You are so incredibly shiny. I'm definitely getting more of this stuff.
Who sold you drugs?
I really shouldn't say, but you are my TV heroes. All right. All of the arcade staff will sell to you, as long as you got cash. Unfortunately, I'm broke, but I have a great idea. You could help me sneak into the basement. They keep a huge stash of goodies down there.
Drugs in the basement? I will take care of that.
Would you really do that for me? Way to go, TJ! Is that the ocean?
Open the door. I have the warrant.
Oopsie. I think I dropped my key somewhere. You'd have to break down this hardened door if you want to get in.
That will not be a problem.
It's Robocop!
Surrender your weapons. Open the door, or you will regret it.
Can't a guy just sell drugs to kids without you harassing him every 5 minutes? Who am I hurting, huh? They all want it.
Where do I find Soot?
Well, if that's the case, shut it, bozo! Unless you want to end up in the ghost house like that cop's informant! And don't you dare open that door, I'll shoot you!
One of you is not a real Torchhead, but just an imitator.
I knew there was something off about you! Me? It's you! I always suspected you never went through initiation. Take that back! Or what?
You hot-headed bastards!
For fuck's sake, don't shoot! I'm gonna open the door!
Tell me, where can I find Soot?
Straight to business, huh? Looks like you're my type of guy. But even if I wanted to help you, I can't. Only his closest people know his whereabouts. I just distribute his stuff, and to be completely honest, I don't want or need to know more than when the next shipment is coming.
You must know the location they mentioned. Tell me where they took the police informant.
And if I tell you, what's in it for me?
You can get your sentence reduced if you cooperate.
Yeah, but if word gets to Soot, he won't do business with me again.
Once I am done with him, he will not be doing business with anyone.
That's a good point. I think we've got a deal. They've taken him to the ghost house. It's what they call one of their sites. From what I've gathered, it's that big, burned-down building, a bit down the road. Anyway, that's all I know.
That will have to suffice. For now. Stay here. Dispatch. Requesting a squad car.
It's a metal freak!
You need to be taught some manners. Are you the police informant? Do you know where I can find Soot?
Oh man, all great questions, but could you untie me first? They really outdid themselves with these knots.
Talk.
Hey, I don't know how you usually operate, but that type of information don't come free.
What is your freedom worth to you?
That's actually a great point. So, it seems that the new guy saw the punks attack on the TV station and decided to meet with Soot on their turf. The meeting is supposed to take place tonight during Soot's concert.
Concert?
I know. I'm not really a fan of his music myself. But that's not what those shows are really about. Why don't we, get out of here, huh?
Lewis, Soot is meeting the new guy tonight at the old slaughterhouse.
Copy that. Pick me up at the station. I'll grab my gear. By the way, I've got something for you, Murphy.
They call me Pickles. And you guessed it. There's a funny story behind that name. This one time, I saw Torchhead stealing a delivery truck. I went after them, hoping that a VCR would fall off the back of the truck, you know? But it turned out to be broken. So they left.
So you are an opportunist.
It's nice to be free again. Thanks, Tin Man. Hey, did Briggs tip you off that I might be here?
Officer Briggs?
Yeah, he's my police go-to guy.
Officer Briggs is missing.
Missing? Shit. May our city have mercy on him.
How do you know Officer Briggs?
We go back a long way. He gave me a helping hand when I hit rock bottom. And I've been in his debt ever since. He even introduced me to his family. Great kid and wife, though his missus don't seem very fond of me.
You seem proficient in undertaking police tasks. Ever thought of making a living out of it?
Oh no. One thing you should know about me. I love cops, you know, law enforcement, laws, all of that. I think those are great ideas. But so is Nuke, and when I need it, I tend to forget about the other stuff. So, you know what they say. You can only serve one master.
Do you think Briggs is in trouble?
I really don't know. Last time I saw him, he was going to check a case of missing bodies. Sounded like a bogus lead, so I didn't press him. Funny enough. He always tells me to be careful when getting info. But the truth is, I'm not the one running around gangsters' paradise dressed in blue.
Need to go. Duty awaits.
About that, I've got a favor to ask. I know that Briggs is missing, but I've got something that belongs to him. He must have misplaced it the last time he visited my crib, and it's kind of weighing me down.
What is it?
It's his wristwatch. Now, I feel bad holding on to it. Could you please give it back to his family?
This is stolen property, and you expect me to return it?
Gee, that sounds bad when you say it like that, but still, you shouldn't let me hold on to expensive things. That's how I ended up in this situation in the first place.
I will make sure they receive it from the repentant thief.
Oh, boy. You're a tough negotiator. But surely you don't mean now. I gotta chillax after all this.
I have more urgent matters on hand. Meet me later at Briggs' place.
Yeah, you gotta save the city. That's fine by me. I'll see you later. Hey, Tin Man, over here. This is where Briggs lives. Let's get this over with. His watch is burning a hole in my pocket. Apartment 21. Oh man, my hands are sweaty.
Are you going into a drug-related withdrawal? Do you require medical assistance?
What? No, I'm just nervous. Me and Gail have a complicated relationship. She's good at reading people, and I'm the type of person that doesn't like to be read. I know that inevitably I'll do something she doesn't approve of. This is it. Deep breath. Let's do this. You first.
Robocop. Are you here about Mike?
Yes, I am sorry to hear about your husband.
Oh, no, 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 no. This junkie is not coming inside. What else are you gonna steal?
Funny you should say that.
I can't stand him. I'm sure he has something to do with Mike being missing. Are you any closer to finding my husband?
We are still looking. Is there anything more that you can tell me about his disappearance?
I've already reported what I know, but if you have any more questions, shoot.
I heard that he was looking into reports of bodies going missing.
An old lady approached him at the precinct and told him a sob story about how she couldn't afford to bury her husband. Can you believe that? Anyway, when she finally collected enough money and went back to the morgue, only to find that they had lost her husband's body, Mike went to check it out and never came back.
Where was the last location that he was seen?
I remember him telling me that he was leaving his jurisdiction, that's where the leads were taking him. I tried to convince him not to go. It seemed dangerous, but he felt sorry for that old lady. He went against his own rules and me. He left angry because we'd been arguing.
Do you remember the exact location?
He never told me, but maybe it's in his files.
Why do you think that Pickles is involved in your husband's disappearance?
My husband's a good man. Sometimes too good for his own sake. He believes in second chances, even if someone doesn't deserve them.
Like Pickles.
That unappreciative asshole constantly gets himself into trouble. I mean, who's always there to get him out? You guessed it. Salt of the earth, Mike. Pickles has a bad influence on my husband.
I think I have everything I need for now.
Knowing you're on the case makes me a little less anxious, Robocop. Now I just need to break it down for our son.
He does not know?
I didn't know how to tell him. He's a smart kid, and I think he suspects something. Could you maybe tell him to come home? It's getting late, and the streets aren't safe these days. He normally dawdles, but having you tell him should light a fire in his britches.
I will make sure that he returns home, madam.
Thank you. He's playing on the basketball court nearby with his friends.
That went pretty much as expected.
We are not done.
We're not?
You still have that watch, do you not? There is someone who needs to learn what time it is.
Is that a
We must get to the basketball court.
That's just around the corner. Are we playing? What's that got to do with time? Is it like time to kick my ass?
We are going to remind Gail's son that it is past curfew.
Oh, Daniel. Sure.
Good evening, citizens. I need...
Need what? Some spare parts? Hey, there's a mechanic up the road.
You are not the only ankle breaker on this basketball court.
And that's letting you off easy. I've seen him do way worse for less.
Shit, I was just messing with you. What do you need?
We're looking for a kid. His name's Daniel. He was playing here earlier.
Why? Is it past his bedtime?
It is.
Yeah, I saw a couple of kids drawing with chalk they found lying around that crime scene over there.
Thank you for the information.
Congrats, guys. You just became police informants. It has its perks. You'll love it. I see a couple of drawings over there.
This was drawn not long ago.
Ah, there's more over there. Daniel! Come on, kid! Where are you? Should be somewhere around.
Shoe print, size 7.
That's gotta be his.
They threw out the chalk here.
Must have found What the fuck?
That was close.
We'd better hurry.
Do it. Come on. End him.
What are you waiting for? Fuck him up! He's laughing at you!
Hey, what the hell's going on over there? Yo! Daniel!
Oh no. It's the cops.
I don't want to go to jail for this shit!
Is that a gun? Oh, you're in so much trouble, kid.
No, it's not.
Whoa! What the hell? You're lucky that Tin Man here doesn't have a real heart. He'd have a hole in it right about now.
Sorry, sir.
You will be once your dad hears about this.
My dad's missing, so he can't tell me nothing. My mom said that he's out on an assignment, but I know the truth. He's not coming back.
Why'd you say that?
He's always been a stickler for following the rules. I guess that's why he's missing. Cops can't shoot without giving a warning, and someone got the drop on him. But that's not gonna happen to me. I'm going to be the one that shoots first. That's why my friends say...
Your friends are knuckleheads. If you listen to them, you're a knucklehead too. Come on. Sit down. We need to talk. Those friends of yours, they take the easy way out. You don't want to go down that road. It leads to a dark, lonely place. Do you know why your dad is such a stickler for the rules?
'Cause he's a chump.
Because it's the right thing to do. It's not always easy to do the right thing. It takes strength.
And you think my dad has that kind of strength?
Are you kidding me? Your father has enough strength for the both of us. He even helped an ungrateful addict that he found in one of these buildings that smelled of rotting garbage, half dead and covered in vomit. And instead of writing him off, your father opened his home to him because that's the right thing to do. That's strength. Don't you think there's someone else who could use that kind of support now?
Mom.
See, you already know what to do. You can start by giving her this. She's looking for it.
Is he going to arrest me?
No, it's your first offense. So he'll let you off with a warning. Right?
Right.
It's late. Let's get you home.
Well, you told my mom about the gun?
No, she doesn't like me already. Thanks for the help, Tin Man. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, partner. What's the status on the old slaughterhouse?
I had to take care of something. We can go there soon.
Sure thing. Pick me up at the station when you're done.